Good evening, I'm Clarice Tinsley. The Texas Senate has advanced a bill that would severely limit classroom lessons, teacher guidance, and school programming about sexual orientation and gender identity in Texas public schools. Critics call it the Don't Say Gay law, which they claim is harmful to LGBTQ students. Fox 4's Alex Boyer joins us with more. Alex.
Hi, Clarice. And you know, it's interesting. The bill initially focused on the processes that school districts needed to follow in order to receive and process complaints. Now, just last week, Republicans drastically changed that bill to now include language regarding gender and sexual orientation. During a late-night vote Monday,
Secretary will call the roll.
Alvarado, Betancourt,
19 ayes, 12 nays.
The Texas Senate advanced a controversial piece of legislation that would limit classroom lessons, teacher guidance, and school programming in Texas public and charter schools.
Prohibits instruction on sexual orientation and gender identity in our curriculum.
Critics call it the Don't Say Gay bill, which they claim is harmful to LGBTQ students. Supporters of House Bill 890, including Governor Greg Abbott, say it's essential to give parents more say over material covered in the classroom.
Sometimes parents feel powerless in their ability to direct their children's education. This bill takes a stand by enshrining parental rights and ensuring that Texas parents are the chief decision makers in their child's education.
Senator Sarah Eckhart, an Austin Democrat, asked the bill's Republican sponsor about different scenarios the Don't Say Gay provision could affect.
Could a gay-straight alliance be prohibited under this section?
When you say alliance, tell me about that.
That is a common type of student club that meets on campus.
Students' First Amendment rights are continued to be protected.
But a teacher who were to sponsor such a club would be prohibited from providing curriculum or instruction that violates the provision of this bill.
It would apply the same for that teacher's presence in that club, whether they're a sponsor or whether they're there to teach. No matter the case.
I think a particularly troubling part of these laws and this potential bill from a First Amendment perspective is what they call a chilling effect.
Constitutional law attorney David Cole says a chilling effect is when someone, in this case a teacher, may choose not to talk about a topic fearing it may get them into trouble.
And if someone's facing getting sued or getting fired because they choose the wrong word, people will naturally back away from that.
Critics have repeatedly warned that while the proposed restrictions don't explicitly target queer people, their vague and broad language could still force Texas schools to ignore the LGBTQ community's existence. This could include preventing educators from discussing a wide range of historical issues such as the AIDS epidemic and marriage equality.
And that's a likely argument that you'll hear if this bill becomes law and there are challenges made to it.
Now, if the bill does pass out of the Senate, keep in mind that it still needs to have to undergo reconciliation in the House. The deadline, of course, is quickly approaching with its legislative session set to end on Monday.